I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a question from my subscriber, and I hope it will benefit many others. The question here is, find the simplified factored equation for the polynomial that passes through minus 215 and has zeros at minus 1 and minus 1 plus minus square root 6. Well, we are actually given three zeros. So a simplified factored form will be kind of like this. We can write the function f of x as a times x minus x1, the first zero, times x minus x2, the second zero, times x minus x3, the third zero. Okay, a makes it specific. We are given a point which, let me call this point as capital A, minus 215. So when I place the value of minus 215 as the coordinate on this curve, then instead of getting a family of curve, we get a very specific curve which will relate to this polynomial, correct? That's the concept. So let me write down these roots. x1, first root is at minus 1, right? So we'll have minus of minus 1. Second, x minus x2. So we have two roots here. Let me put them in other brackets, which is minus 1 plus square root 6. And then this one will be x minus minus 1 minus square root 6. So I hope that is absolutely clear, right? So what you notice at this step is that these three zeros, there are two here, are given as x1, x2, x3. So we are expecting a polynomial of degree 3, that is a cubic equation. Now I can kind of simplify this a bit. So we can write a x plus 1. This becomes ax plus 1 minus square root 6, and this gives us x plus 1 plus square root 6. To find the value of a, we'll substitute the point minus 2 for x, 15 for f of x. So we can write this as 15 equals to a times minus 2 plus 1 minus 2 plus 1 minus square root 6 minus 2 plus 1 plus square root 6, correct? Or a times minus 1, this is minus 1 minus square root 6, and this you get as minus 1 plus square root 6. Okay. So that's what you get. And from here, we can actually find the value of a. Now, look here. We can just multiply this by minus 1 and rewrite this, okay? So we have a within brackets. So if I multiply with minus, both become positive. Since this is minus, I'll write this as square root 6 plus 1. Does it make sense to you? Commutative property. And in this case, I'll write this as square root 6 minus 1. Perfect. This is square root 6 minus 1. Now, to find the value of a, I can say a is equals to 15 divided by all this. Square root 6, because I'm running out of space, so I'm cutting down on few steps. I mean, square root 6 plus 1 times square root 6 minus 1. Now this is like a plus b times a minus b. So it could be written as a square minus b square, which is 6 minus 1. Is it okay? 6 minus 1. And 6 minus 1 is 5. So we can write 15 over 5, which is 3. So the value of a is 3. If I substitute a as 3 in my equation, which is kind of like here, I get my polynomial. Is that okay? So we can write f of x, the polynomial f of x, as equal to a is 3. And all this, when I expand I get x plus, actually I should write in a better way here. I should write this as a times x plus 1, then x plus 1 minus square root 6, x plus 1 minus square root 6 times x plus 1 plus square root 6. Is it okay? Right, so I'm substituting a as 3 and writing the equation as x plus 1 times, I'm writing it in factored form, not writing a square minus b square types, x plus 1 minus square root 6 times x plus 1 plus square root 6. So that becomes the polynomial equation for the given condition. I hope the steps are absolutely clear. Please feel free to write your comments and share your views. Thanks for posting the question. All the best.